Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Middleware Technologies. Today we will be looking at how to use page layout in KV. Okay, so page layout is a kind of layout which helps in preparing a UI with multiple pages which we can flip from the border. Okay, so let me show you one example what we will be trying to build in this video. So this is a simple page layout application which I try to build, so which will look into how we can build in this video. Okay, so this is the first page wherein it is a welcome page. It shows a welcome message for the gallery of nature photos. So we can flip this page, first page, and go to the second page from the border, and this is our second page wherein I have placed some images. Okay, so this is our grid layout which we will be using, and we have placed some images over here. So when we click on these images, it will pop up and it will show our image with some size. Okay, so this is the second page which we'll try to build using the page layout, and the third page is thank you. Okay, so this is how a page layout application looks. So this kind of we can build a kind of presentation application or seminar application wherein we want to show some content to the members in the presentation or in the seminar. So we can try to build that using the page layout. Okay, so let's see how we can build this this application using the page layout. And yeah, we'll be definitely using other embedded layouts within it. So yeah, let's get started. Okay, so let me name my application as page app, and let me build my empty window application first. So first class that I'm going to import is the app class. And the second class that we are going to import is the page layout. Let me define my my page layout which will extend the page layout class. And let's extend our base class that is app also, and let's name our application as page app. This will return our my page layout as the root widget. This condition is to make our application run using the shell. So this will launch our my page layout. Sorry, this is going to be page application which we are going to launch using the run. Okay, so this will launch our empty page app window. Okay. So now let's use the KV language and try to uh, 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 like add some child widgets into our page layout. So let me name my KV file as pageapp.kv. So let me define the rule like my page layout. Okay, so in this we will have to like as we have seen the sample application which we are trying to build. So there are 3 pages that we are trying to build here. Okay, so the first page that we are going to try to build is a label which will show our welcome message. Welcome to the, so you can place any message here. Okay, and let me like give a font size also for this one, and bold this text. Bold is put through, and let's make it italic. Okay, so let's see how it looks. Okay, so we have our first page with a welcome message. Let's give a background color for this one, light red color. So for this we will use the canvas. Before loading the widget, the canvas should be applied, so we'll use canvas.before. RGBA, so I'll give it as 0.75, 0.25, 0.25, 1, and the shape is rectangle. With sizes dot size. Okay, so let's see if we are able to see the background color for our application. Okay, so yeah, so we are able to see a light red color in the background, and in the front we are able to see our welcome message. Okay, so with this our first page is built. Let's now focus on our second page, that is like wherein we have placed images, 4 images. Okay, so let me like open my page layout KV, and here we will define our grid layout. With columns, there are 2 columns we will be placing, and rows 2. Okay, and in this we will place like 4 images. Okay, so let me customize my image class as my image. And this first instance will load the image from the source. So let me name my first image as fall.jpg. My next image name is drop.jpg. My third image name is road.jpg, and my fourth image name is canyon.jpg. Okay, these images like I have already placed in my current working directory. So let me show you. So these are the 4 images that I have already placed in my current working directory. Okay, so here like we have placed our grid layout wherein it will load our 4 images. So let's give some padding and spacing between the images and the borders. So let's give a padding of 50 from left, right, top, bottom, and spacing of 10. Okay, so as like I have given like customized my image instance name, so we need to like extend our base class, that is image in, so let's do that in the Python file. Okay, so let me close this one and open the Python application, wherein we will first import the image class. Okay, and let's extend the image class using my image here. So for now I'll put this pass. We need to define some functions over here. Okay, so let's try to run it and see how it looks. Okay, so this is our first page, and we can flip to our second page from the border. But let's try to you can see like these pages are getting overlapped. Okay, so let's give a background color or canvas to our second page also, so that we don't see this image, we don't see this message of the first page. Okay, so for that let's open our KB file and apply the canvas here. And the canvas will have rectangle size, rectangle shape. Okay, so let's run it and see how it looks now. there is one correction that we need to do. I have applied okay, let me run this application first and see. Okay, there is something we need to check in the KV file, as the image is overlapping our image. Okay, so let me check on this one. Okay, let me open my KV file. I think the reason it is overlapping is we need to define the pause position of our second layout, that is grid layout. So similarly, let's define the position for our first layout also. Let me run this again and see how it looks. Okay, so this is our first page with the welcome message, and in our next page we have our images. Okay, so let's create our third page also before we go into the logic of like clicking on this image and popping up the image in a window. Okay, so let us define our third page also. That is a thank you message. So in our KV file, we'll define the label, that is our third page, and let's give the text as thank you. Font size 32, bold, true. Okay, we'll not make it italic, let it be like that. And let us define the canvas also for our third page. This is actually the color. And the rectangle shape for our canvas. Okay, so this is our first page. This is our second page wherein we have loaded our 4 images, and this is our third page with the thank you message. So with this, like our interface is ready. Now, now what we want to focus is when we click on this image, it should pop up and show that image in a large window. Okay. So let's open our KV file again. So for all these images, let's give them some ID, reference ID. So fall.jpg, I will name it as reference with fall, and for drop image, I will keep the ID as drop, and for road image, I'll keep it as road, and for this last image, it is canyon. Okay, so we need to actually map these object references to properties. So let us define our class properties here. For img will reference to the image ID as for, drop img will reference to instance drop, and road img will reference to road, and the last image is canyon img reference to canyon. So we have defined our 4 properties in our KB file, that is fall image, drop image, road image, and canyon image, but we need to hook up this with the Python script. So let's save this one and open our Python script, wherein first we need to import the kb.properties class. From kb.properties we need to import the object property. Okay, so let's try to define our myImage class, wherein we'll place the 4 properties: fall image, which is the object property, drop image, object property, road image, object property, and the last one is canyon image, object property. Okay, so with this we have hooked up the attributes in the KB file with the properties in the class. So we will be able to reference our object instances in the KB file using these properties. Okay, so now that we have our images, let's see, let's define the events for those images, that is on touch down and on touch up. That is, when we click on the image, it is on touch down event that gets triggered, and when we release the image, the on touch up event is the one that gets triggered. So let me define those 2 functions here. On touchdown, it will take the instance and the touch positions. Let me put it as pass for now. The function on touch up self comma touch. So this is on releasing the image. Okay, so let's just quickly run once and see if there is any syntax error. Okay, so there is no syntax error. let me open my Python file again, and let's try to define our on touchdown event. So here we will need to check when our click is on the image, that is if self.collide point is within the touch positions. Like when we click on the image, and the position of our touch, like basically x and y coordinates of our touch, is whether it is colliding within the like image area. So that we need to check if that is true. Let's try to check if self dot source is equal to the image name. So let's put our first image as fall.jpg is the source image name. If this is true, let's grab that instance and print a message for image is selected. And let's return true for this event. If this is not captured here, we need to pass on the event to the parent using the super. Okay, so this is for the first image which we try to check. So let's do it for other images also. And let me define the third image also. We select this one. It should put a print message in the console. And let's define the fourth if condition, else if condition also. That is canyon image. Sorry. Okay, so let's see how let's save it and try to run this and see how it looks. Okay, let me go into my second page and try to click on this one. So on touchdown, it is printing our message. The fall image is selected, the drop image is selected, the road image is selected, and the canyon image is selected. Okay, so so let me close this one. This is not what we want. Instead of printing a message, it should actually pop up that image and show it. Okay, so let's see how we can achieve that one. Okay, let's open our Python file. So here, in order for implementing the pop-up, we need to import a class from kiwi.ux.popup. We need to import pop-up class, which we'll be using. So once we grab the instance and print the message, we need to create, let's name our pop-up event as pop, and in this pop-up object we need to give the pop-up that we need to show. So it will take 3 parameters. Let me give the title first. For image, the second argument is content, which will be our image. Source is equal to fall.jpg, and let's put the size underscore hint as none. We'll use the fixed size. So for this we will put the size underscore hint as none for both width and height, and we will define the size as 700 and 350 width and height fixed one. And let's open this pop object using pop.open function. Okay, so similarly we need to do for other 3 images also. Let me copy paste this one. So this is for drop image. Image source will be drop.jpg. This is for road image. The name should be road.jpg, the image name, and the last one is canyon image. Okay, and we need to update the title also. So let me update here first, and the source is Canyon. And similarly, let me update the title for other images also. Road image, drop image. So with this, like when we click on the image, it should pop up and show the image in a window. Okay, so let's save this one and try to see how it executes. Let me execute this one. Okay, so let's flip to the second page. So when I click on this one, it shows fall image in a window. This is our drop image, this is our road image, and this is our canyon image. Okay, so we are able to achieve whatever we try to see in the initial video, and this is our last page, that is thank you message. Okay, I hope you learned something in this video. So yeah, in our next video we will try to see some other concept related to TV, and until then, you guys have a good day. Thank you.